Okay, so I'm going to go over a few things related to this activity one and how to make a change to a branch and then create a pull request and then merge that pull request into the master version of the code base. So here we have all of our branches. We have some test branches that I created in class, and then we have all the students' branches here. Okay, so I'm actually going to create a new branch because I want to fix something. In the README file, I added this heading with the text test, and I want to remove that and this other edit, another edit, from the master README file. So I'm going to do that by creating a new branch, and I'm going to call this Danny's fifth branch. Okay. So I've created that, and then I'm going to hop over to GitHub. I'm going to fetch origin. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to my branch, the fifth branch I created here. Okay. So now I'm going to go into PyCharm, and I just want to verify that I'm using the branch that I switched to in GitHub. Okay, and if I'm not, I can select it here. I can go to master, I can go to that branch. Okay. And I guess really quick too, if I want to make sure my interpreter is correct, I can also go to PyCharm, go to Python interpreter. And so it looks like I'm using the regular Python. I'm not using my class one. So I'm going to go ahead and select the SAVI Python interpreter. Okay, and yeah, there we go. It took a second. These are all the modules we've installed in the class. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. I'm not going to run any Python files in this example, but I just wanted to refresh you on how to set the interpreter. Okay, so I have this README file. Now, let's say I want to edit it. I can edit it here in PyCharm, I believe. Oops. Okay, there we go. So it looks like I can change the README to show either how it looks in real life or is rendered in GitHub, split view, or just the code view. This is kind of neat. Okay, so let me get rid of this text right there, and I'm going to get rid of this. Does anything else need to be fixed? I don't believe so. Okay. So now that's done, I don't need to save the file. Any edits I make in PyCharm, you don't have to go to file, save, or anything. So it tracks these changes and sort of saves it. Let me get rid of these. Should do spaces here. Okay. So now I'm going to pop back over to GitHub Desktop. So you can imagine this is analogous to making an edit to your code, right, in the project or in this activity. So you can envision this as an analogy as a Python file, right? So if this README were a Python file, it would show here the changes that I made. So these are highlighted in red because I deleted these rows. Now let me actually add something, okay? And we'll take a look at what it looks like in GitHub Desktop after I add something, okay? So I'll just add a note. This activity uses Python 3. Okay, nothing too important, but just something to add there. Okay, so now if we look in the difference of the files, it also shows this line that we added here. Okay, so I'm going to write fixed README branch for master. Okay, so now I commit, and then I push up to origin. So the commit saves the edits you've made to the local Git file, okay? And then we fetched it up to origin. I can open up a pull request. I can do it here, or I can do it in GitHub. So here I have my fifth branch, and I'm not going to assign any reviewers to this, but you could assign me, for example, to yours. Fixed text in README .md. Okay. So this is what's called a pull request. So a pull request is sort of like a code review. And here's the title of the pull request. Here's some notes. You can assign it labels and things like that. And then we'll see what the difference is. So we can take a look. Okay, this has been subtracted. This has been added. Okay, great. And you can show this unified as well as split view where the changes are. Okay, so I'm going to create this pull request. Now, normally this would sort of kick off and alert the person who's the reviewer that they've been asked to review. Okay, so now we see with an open pull request, we have 3. I believe 2 of you have open pull requests. I should be able to close them before the class. And we could take a look at both the conversation, the commits, some integration checks. We're not going to really talk about this at all. This is sort of more advanced GitHub features. But then we could take a look at the actual files changed. Okay. And review these. So I can't approve these because they're my own. But normally someone would approve, comment, or request changes. Okay. So I can't approve it. It's my own pull request. But you can actually merge without the approval. Okay. So, I look at the file change. This makes sense. Nothing really breaks. It does like a quick check to see if there's no conflicts with the base branch. You might see that in yours, especially in the git ignore and some other ancillary files. This is not uncommon to have some conflicts. Ideally, you don't have them, but sometimes they happen. So, okay, I'm looking at this button here, and it says merge pull request. Now, this unifies the edits I've made in my branch with the master, which is our sort of main code branch. So again, let's look at our code here. Okay, we have different branches. Master is our default. If we wanted to change that, I believe we'd go into settings. Let's see here. I forget where that is. It's somewhere here in this settings, I believe. You can change the what the name of your master branch is. But okay. So anyway, let me go back to my pull requests. So here we go. There's one comment here. And now I will merge the pull request. So whoever approves it may ask you to merge it, or the approver merges it. So I'm going to merge it. And now I can go ahead and actually delete, and I'm going to go in and clean up and delete all my branches. So if I go to the branches, this one's already been merged, so it's marked here. So I'm actually going to delete it. I'm going to delete all the branches that I created. Here we go. Okay. And let's see here. Now I go back to code. There's only these. And then in master, we'll see like this note that was added. Okay. So then when I go back, now this has been deleted. So I'm going to want to make sure I switch back to master, fetch origin, and I'm going to pull the origin changes down. And it looks like I'm in master here now. Okay, great. Okay, so we now see my edit. Okay, we see this in the README file. So there we go. That was a pretty simple example. I could go in and review these changes, and basically I want to make sure the code looks correct and that it looks like everything works and all the features work. So I'm going to try to do some of these before class today. Okay. Thank you.